Hello, this is Dr. Sabra, and this is the third part of my video series, How to Write a Technical Report. In this series, I've begun by giving different examples of technical reports. In the second video, I have given a description of every part of the technical report. In this video, I will be talking about very important remarks that you'll have to consider when writing your report. In the other parts, I will be talking about the presentation and the mind maps. So when you're writing a report, what is the most important thing that you have to take care of? To begin with, the title page. The first thing that I see from your report is your title page. And the first thing I see on this title page is whatever is written in the center and in larger font. And this, I want it to be your own name and your project title. For me, this is the most important information that you are going to put on your first page. Then, on the top of the page, give me all the logos that you need. This means your university logo, the logos of the companies that were funding your project, or they were helping you in your work. You have to put them on the top of the page. Below your name and the project title, I want to see any other important information, but in smaller font than your name and the project title. This could be the date of the presentation, your advisor's name, the jury, or other information that is asked for you from your administration or you think is important for the first page. You should also include the university name and on top of the page and your major. When I come to read a paragraph, what I expect from a paragraph is that it is coherent. So for me, it's very important to include an introduction line and a conclusion line. Why? Because I want you to avoid putting a title equation or a title figure scheme. You are not giving me draft information. What you are giving here is a complete report. In a complete report, I want to see the link between the ideas, between chapter 1 and chapter 2, between different paragraphs. So I want to see your line of thought. And if you just give me crops of information, it looks like a draft, it doesn't look like a report. This is very important for any other reader as well, to be able to understand your point, to be able to understand what you want, and to see that you really understand your topic. When I come to the tables and the figures, I have two ways to read your report. The first way is what we call the diagonal reading of the report as a first view. In the diagonal reading, I would look at the titles, at the figures and tables, and I want to see just an image of what the report is about. For this, it is important to add captions under the images and the tables. Whereas, when I want to thoroughly read your report to correct it, what I want to see everything. And when I'm reading the text, if you don't send me to see the table whenever you want me to see it, I will skip it. I will not look at it because I'm following the text that you are writing. I'm following your line of thought. And this is why it is very, very important to number this table or figure and to refer to it within the text. And this is not enough to give me all the information. Whenever you put a table or a figure and you are referring to it within the text, this means you are explaining something. You are giving me an idea. And I want you to tell me what to look at in your table or in the text. What is the most important point or information that you have found in this table or in this figure? Avoid by all means telling me everything explains itself in the figure. It does not, or in the table. When you are putting your references, any idea that is from a certain reference, you are going to put it within brackets and refer it by a number. When you are going to put something which is as is from a reference, you put it between quotations, and you are going to refer the author. This is an example here where you are going to put the author's last name, the year, and at the end, you can put the page, because it is a quotation from a reference. When you are numbering your pages, you have to begin numbering by the introduction page. Anything before the introduction page is not an integral part of the report, and this is why it is not numbered. By all means, please avoid giving me something like this example in your report. This is a code with a black background. To begin with, when you are putting it on the screen, it looks really bad. And when you are printing, it becomes unreadable. So to avoid this, what you are going to do is either go to your software and invert the colors. And if this is not feasible, you just take the image into any photo editor and you invert the colors. It becomes black on white, very readable, doesn't take you all the ink to print, and it looks more formal. When you're giving acknowledgements in your report, the acknowledgements should be to people that directly helped you and their name is not figuring on the first page. So they are not your advisor, they are not the jury, they are technicians at the company, they are people at the university that helped you directly in your work, and you want to thank them. Do avoid the friendly chat when you are writing a formal report, because it's a formal report. So do not use you, I. You have to always use the first person plural. We did, we developed, we wrote, we did a measurement, because you are referring not only to yourself, but the team that you are with, yourself, your professor, your colleagues, maybe the technicians and engineers of the company. So it's always a teamwork. When you use this word, it always implies that you understand that you are not alone in a project. Also avoid using contractions. Contractions are like we're, I'm. These are not formal. So use the formal word, we are, I am. And please do beware of giving instructions like any language that you find on the internet. You are reading a lot of things on the internet, and on the internet pages, people tend to be friendly so that they attract more people. Try to go and read some formal papers, some research papers before you write your report. They not only are going to help you in gathering information and equations, they are also going to help you develop your formal language skills. This is the end of part 3. Enjoy writing so that you enjoy reading.